You know what, folks, this is just a little quick reminder of everybody in these last days to watch the churches that you're attending. Watch where you're worshiping. A friend of mine a while back had asked me to go to a church. I went to the church and, I heard a lot about the guy. I often wondered why he was going there, but his mother had the whole family in there. So this is in the Bronx, so I'm not going to call the name of the place. I seen all the cars outside, and this is really in an extremely poor neighborhood. All of a sudden, like jumping and shouting and screaming. That's typical. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking anybody the way they worship, as long as it's true worship. Sometimes things go to the extreme. All of a sudden, my friends say, I looked at the car. I seen the biggest and the longest car up there, all these rims and pretty chrome down, and I knew I knew right off. I said, "Oh, here we go." We get in the church and sit down. The first thing this guy do, well, praise God. And I knew all this typical stuff. I said, "Oh no, not another one." With the theatrical, I call it Christian theatrics. So he stops, and all of a sudden he said, the first thing that came up was, "Well, the church needs money. Y'all saints, y'all know how rough things are, the economy and all this kind of foolishness," which everybody knew. Meanwhile, he got his eyes on all the young women in the church. So, not that it's funny, but when you look back at it, it's hilarious when you look back at it, because I already knew. As soon as I seen this guy, as soon as I laid eyes on this cat, I said, "You know what? My spirit just don't agree with you." Big powder blue Lincoln, chromed out and all. Like, man, hair slicked back, processed. This guy here is wild. So the first person he called was my friend's mother. Huh, sisters, Lord, huh, Lord, tell me you need to give $200 or $250. And he's went straight down the line, telling people, is pointing to these people who are extremely poor and impoverished, trying to come to worship, trying to come to pray to God, trying to commune together, trying to assemble themselves together just to worship God and to put their petitions before the Master. And this clown up here is taking advantage of him. This person, this hypocrite, is up there taking advantage of him, this sweet daddy. And he went up and down the line. You give $300, you give $200. The Lord said, oh, oh, oh. The Lord told me for you to give your check. You give $200. Your children working, each one of them can give $10 or $25 this week. Looking up and down, I'm saying, and his mother looked back and shook her head. Right then I'm ready to walk out because I know the guy's a phony. And I'm saying, well, why do you come to this church? I asked him. He said, well, my mother. And I'm saying, well, this guy's not but a sweet daddy. Look, I can tell. Yeah, he go with a few women in the church. I said, well, what you asked me to come up here for? I could have stayed at home and watched a Godzilla movie on TV. I'm not interested in looking at coming up here to no pulpit pimp, because I'm not giving a dime out of my pocket. He make passes. He's this clown. Don't forgive me. This guy making passes at his sisters, which were grown women, but they were young women, but they were grown. But still, that's not the point how old they are, as long as they are adults. The point is, this man is supposed to be a man of God, not just a man of God, a pastor, a minister. This is God representative on earth. You know what I mean? This man is called to bring people to the Lord. He's going with women in the church. He's got these people paying for his big limousine, his big Lincoln outside, and his big house somewhere out there. I didn't even, after I heard that. And not only that, he's going with this guy's, my friend's mother's niece, my friend's first cousin. And she's about 32 or 33. And mind you, this guy here's about 68 or 69. I mean, that's just going to tell you how far, how old this guy is. So that's what I want to tell you Keep your money in your pocket. Watch your daughters and your sons around these phonies, these charlatans, these fakes. These nothing more than sweet daddies. All they want to do is get people money, get their money to pay for his card notes and give to his women on the side, because they are, a lot of these people are nothing more than charlatans, sweet daddies, and phonies. So watch these pulpit pimps. God bless you. Keep